Yeah, bro. But I mean, eventually.
All right, welcome back, people. We got a new guy with us. Introduce yourself, man.
My name's Alex Alejandro Godínez para servirles.
Ah,
Yes.
full government name también, a huevo.
Yeah, yeah. Back in the days in Mexico, that name was really known. Nowadays, they got
Ah,
that shit confused, but that's not the point. I'm 31 years old. I've been in Mexico for like, ¿qué? 13 años now, 12, 13 years now.
now, how
You
old were
know,
you when you went to the States?
I was a baby. It's crazy because I went and came back, but I was genuinely here in the States for 18 years. I was there for like, we got there when I was like 1 year old. I left when I was in elementary for 6 months, came back, and then left in middle school for 6 more months, and then came back to the States. So technically, I was gone for like 1 year, but I lived there since I was like a little kid, 1 year old till 18.
Okay.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
parents got there when they were young.
Hey, anyway, you can adjust the mic, bro. Se te tapa toda la cara, güey.
Like this, like this. Is it good?
Simón, Simón, Simón.
I bet.
Nada, pues. Y cuando te enteraste que te ibas a regresar, like, ¿qué sentiste o qué pedo? You know? Because, like, everybody feels like something different, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I knew since that moment
When
where
it
I was
clicks.
sitting in the back of a, you know, just I knew like where I was gonna end up. Like I knew I was gonna go to Mexico. Like I was like, there's really no way around it. Like I have no way out. Like I'm fucked regardless because I just turned 18, and it was just like in my head I was like, damn, what am I gonna tell my parents? What are they
Mm-hmm.
gonna do? Like, where am I gonna go? I knew I was gonna end up with my grandparents, but like at that moment, it was just very hard to digest. Way it was very like you've been living here for 18 years, you know nothing, and then I don't know where you just the only thing in the back of your head is like, you're going back. And I really just at that moment, I really just like well, was like, fuck it, you know, my actions brought me to this. There's no way around it. Like I'm fucked. I remember telling my friend that I was sitting next to. I was like, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna go back to Mexico." He looked at me. He's like, "What do you mean?" I was like, "Well, pues, I ain't got no papers, bro." And then he's like, "Nah, you lying." I was like, "Nah, bro, it's for real. Like, I'm fucked. Like, I'm going back to Mexico, bro." So
What part were you over there in the States?
I was in Cali, California, over there, San Diego County,
San Diego?
Escondido, California, to be exact. And yeah, doing
Hey,
dumb
I
things.
saw this, not to interrupt, but I saw this one thing about San Diego County that it has a 96% conviction rate.
Yeah, San
And
Diego,
damn.
Cali is just
No, no,
ever since
no,
like
but but San Diego
or
itself,
San Diego
San
County.
Diego County,
Yeah,
and it has a 96% conviction rate.
yeah,
God
bro. I
damn,
mean,
them niggas don't play, bro.
they don't wait. It's Cali's crazy, bro. San Diego is because San Diego has all kinds of things. Like you find like where the preppy kids are at, and then you find you know, where the hood niggas is at, where the hood bros is at. Hay de todo, way. Like, but like they really don't fucking play. I remember one time I was in this middle school, that was middle school and a high school, over there by Market Street, and they had there was always riots there where like middle school and high school kids always fighting each other, like racial shit going on all the time, just shootings outside of the school all the time. Like it was just really fucking crazy. I remember going in that middle school. I was there for like 2 years, and it was fucking insane, bro. I would take the bus and go home, take the bus. I was always the new fucking kid though, because I always moved around, so I was always the new kid. So it was like seeing all this crazy shit, and I was young. I was maybe like 12 years old. I was always the youngest too in the classroom because of my age and my birth month. So I was always the youngest kid from school. Like not in school, but like in my classroom. I was always the youngest.
Mhm.
But yeah, Cali, the motherfuckers really don't play, bro. They really, really like this is is It's
So like,
crazy because you made me think about that.
so like, you knew when you were just sitting there in the back of the truck or whatever, it clicked. Like, fuck, I'm gone. This time I'm
Yeah.
gone. But
Yeah, I
like,
was like in my head, I was really thinking of what I was gonna say to my parents, and like really just wanted to get it over with. Like I just wanted to be there already because I know I wasn't gonna be there right then.
obviamente, pues los papás agüitan, ¿no? Like,
Yeah.
I remember me myself. They tried to deport me the first time when I was 22, I think, bro, or 20,
I'm gonna
22,
tell you a story right
some shit like that. Where they tried to deport me because of my juvenile record. You know
now.
what I mean? So
Motherfucker.
I was in that motherfucker for like como 2 meses, güey. Como 2 meses, creo, güey. No, no me acuerdo, ya ni me acuerdo, güey. But I was in there for like 2 months. And then, we had a fucking. Cuando me ganaron el bond, the lawyer was like, "Hey, bond him out, get him out.
Yeah, fuck all that.
It's gonna be way easier to fight for him once he's out."
Yeah, that's
So
true,
yeah,
bro.
see, way like quedó así, and I was, fucking just going to court like once every 3 months, once every 6 months, and nomás pues dándole feria al lawyer, way, and
See, wait.
he's like, just hang in there, don't fuck up. No,
That's
pues
crazy, bro. That actually similar something similar happened to me when I was like 17, wait. And like I was chilling with friends, you know, and they took me. They took me. They but they had no reason to, right? But I was underage, so they couldn't do shit to me. But they kept asking me, like, what's your social? Where were you born? And obviously my English was good, so they didn't really like
they
they
didn't
they
know what the
doubted
fuck.
me. Yeah, they didn't know like how is this fucking beaner, speaking good ass English? Like that don't make sense. Doesn't make sense. And I would tell them like I don't know my social. Like I was born in this one hospital that my sister was born in, so I would always use that as an excuse. And I can remember these motherfuckers, bro. They were laughing, bro. They were literally singing that one song, Ice Ice, or like Ice Ice Baby. I was like, these motherfuckers. Like I knew in my back of my head, like that they knew, but the fact that I was underage, they couldn't do shit. And at the end of the day, they let me go. Like they let me go, but they always had the thing. I was like, they knew me already, like it was like we're gonna get you one day.
And then one day, no, también otra vez, I got arrested in Colorado. There's a El Paso County. It's a the county jail for Colorado Springs and shit. Ahí son bien racistas, güey. Son
Yeah,
bien
Texas
culeros, güey.
is.
No, 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 it's in Colorado, pero así se llama
Oh, for
el
real?
condado, güey. Así se llama
Okay,
el
okay.
condado, El Paso County. And in that county jail, güey, también son, pues, son bien racistas, güey. And bro, I was there for a fucking traffic ticket, bro. I mean, that's all I was there for. Nothing else.
Yeah, it's fucked up.
Like 3 days, and I was in the go, bro. Bro, them niggas had ice on the phone. They're like, "Hey, they want to talk to you."
Hijos de mi madre, güey.
The
Like, I don't want
fuck?
to talk to them. Fuck that.
But they didn't tell me who it was. I mean, they're like, "Hey, you got a phone call." The fuck,
It's-
bro.
That's fucked up,
And
bro.
then me sale, pues, un güey hablándome en español. Soy agente, no sé qué de la chingada. And they're like, "Who the
I
fuck are
don't know
you?"
you. I don't know you.
And then he's like, "Oh, Oh, you speak English? I'm from ICE." I was like, "Oh, you talking to the wrong person, bro." Boom, que le cuelgo, güey, la cosa.
Hey, got the wrong dude, man. You got the wrong guy, bro. Oh, wait, well.
Yeah, but so then yeah, te echaron and all that shit. Y ya cuando llegases acá, ¿por dónde llegases?
When I well, I got it was a trip, bro. Like I sucked. I'm gonna throw that out there. And they kept my passport, so they suck. Yeah, bro. And I remember that day. I was ready to go. I went off on them because they had my passport. I was like, y'all have my passport, this and that. Like, you trying to go back in? I was like, I don't give a fuck. Give me my fucking passport. Because I needed that shit to get home. Point is that I ended up in Ciudad Juarez. So I was in Cali. I ended up, being that out. Now I thought I was gonna end up in TJ. I was like, hell yeah, get some TJ tacos. Everybody always talk about some fucking TJ tacos. This and that. Enjoy a day there, and then just head to the city. But nah, it was a whole fucking trip, and then ended up in Ciudad Juarez. When we get there, you cross the bridge, and all I had was a little piece of paper that stated, "Well, when you cross the bridge on to your left hand side, there's a fucking like um." What is it? It's like La Bajada. I don't know what it is. It's for the immigrants, no?
La
Entonces
casa del
llegas ahí.
migrante.
Not yet. That's where we were going. So we get there. I got there like maybe like at 3 in the afternoon, bro. Let me tell you this story real quick. So I'm crossing the bridge. I actually, my mom sent me a little bit of money so that I could, have just in case I needed food. And I had dollars at that moment. I hadn't changed it, bro. This little girl hustled me, bro. She hustled me like $5 because I didn't know like the pride, this and that, like currencies and all that. Plus, like it was to me, it was just $5. She fucking
Yeah,
hustled me $5, bro. This little girl of some cigarettes, bro. I bought a pack of cigarettes for $5. Fucking most expensive cigarettes I ever bought in my life, bro, because the dollar at that moment was like, I don't know, like, pues, era un chingo, way. O sea, I paid a shitload for a fucking pack of cigarettes that at that point were like 30 pesos, way, pinche pack of cigarettes. I gave her $5. Anyhow, I crossed. That was before I got to that spot. I get to that spot. They give me the piece of paper that states I'm Mexican. And then they tell us, well, los vamos a llevar a la casa del inmigrante. I'm like, all right, cool, like you guys gotta wait here. Wait, we waited till like 10, 11, like late as fuck, like late. I was like going like, losing patience, anxiety, all that shit. And well, you don't know nobody, I'm there by myself. You talk to a few people, shared a few cigarettes. We hopped on these trucks that took us to La Casa del Inmigrante. But Ciudad Juarez was hot at that moment. Like Ciudad Juarez was really hot. So they took us to the Casa del Inmigrante. It was really just to like pass out, like
yeah,
vete a dormir, voy a salir. We literally bunk beds, bam, go to sleep, wake up in the morning. Best breakfast I've ever had, bro. Like I haven't. It's because it was like my first breakfast. I still remember this, bro. Like them eggs with the beans, way, las tortillas, way. Nos dieron creo que huevo a la mexicana, way, con frijolitos y no me acuerdo qué más y tortillas, way. Oh my god, bro. Best fucking breakfast I've had in so long. And I was like, damn, like this feels so fucking good, way. Like it was bomb, bomb. Y ya después de ahí, I went, I was gonna take the bus, but my jefa didn't want me to take the bus. She was like, nah, because it's a long ass trip. And so she sent me more money to book a fucking flight. So I booked the flight. I went to the airport. I asked a couple of us were going to the airport, so we're like, just get us a taxi. We told the guy at the Casa del Inmigrante, get us a taxi, to the airport. And he got us a taxi. We gave him, some money to the taxi. Gave him a tip too, because honestly, I could understand like where they were coming from. And y pues ya, güey, we get there, buy our shit, but at this point, like I have raggedy ass clothes on, like all that shit. You know what I mean? Like my suitcase, my bag was a fucking trash bag, bro, with all my shit. With fucking all my letters, all kinds of shit I had in it. It was a trash bag, bro. Like it was
yeah,
weird being in the airport. Like I went and I bought me a shirt because my shirt was so fucked that I was like, nah, I can't. I at least, I gotta give myself some self-respect. So I went and bought a shirt right around there. Yeah, just change my shirt. Get on the airport on the plane. And I remember a lot of people would like just look at me like, fuck, this guy got a fucking trash bag? Like,
yeah.
what the fuck? Y pues, that's like you don't fucking travel with a fucking trash bag. So pues yeah, I didn't give a fuck. Put my trash bag, bomb, hit the plane. Y pues ya, güey. I arrived in Mexico City, and as soon as I arrived, I had the encounter with the police. I hate the cops. I'm gonna throw this out there. I hate them. I always have encounters with them throughout my life. Always, like even recently, like all the time, I always encounter them. I hate the cops. But literally, bro, pull up. Like ya bajo el avión. Estoy saliendo las puertas, no? Ready to just like see, like my aunt was gonna pick me up. And then, boom, intercepted. Cops, los federales, ¿no? No, que de dónde viene, joven, y que esto y el otro. No, pues, I'm deported. What the fuck? What do you mean? No, 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 pues es una revisión, que esto y el otro, porque nada más traes una bolsa de basura y que le digo, pues, güey, o sea, me deportaron, cabrón, o sea, entiende el pedo, ¿no? Agarra el pedo. Y entonces en eso, there was three of us that flew to the city, so they took us all into a room. They took us to a room, bro. Like this was my fucking welcome to the city way. I still remember this. Fuck the cops. Throw us out there again. Sorry. Pero güey, o sea, primero agarran y they take all my shit out, bro. All my shit out. They go through it. I'm like, bro, it's like fucking letters, bro. Like, drawings, this and that. Like, fuck am I
Yeah.
gonna have in there, bro? I just told you. Like, I ain't got no fucking ID. This is my paper. And since I have a few tattoos, like in my stomach, and then they saw one in my leg, so they were like, ¿De dónde eres? Tú no eres mexicano. I was like, oh mames, güey, ¿cómo no voy a ser mexicano? O sea, soy mexicano, güey. Like, nah, eres como del Salvador, güey. I'm like, this motherfucker. Like, bro, you fucking with me now. So I'm like, no way, no way. A ver, and they started like fucking checking me, bro, and I have like my stomach blasted, no? So like, nah, tú eres Mara, ¿verdad? I'm like, ay, no mames, güey, no, güey, te estoy diciendo que me deportaron, cabrón. Mi tía está allá afuera, güey. Esto el otro. Hasta después de like 30 minutes, they like chilled. And
was
then,
your was
bro,
your was your son was your not your stomach, but was your Spanish this good though,
no, wait, no, no,
or
no, no,
bien pocho?
no. Yo, I was wait. I remember when I was no wait when I first like nah, it was shit, bro. Like I can have a good conversation with you in Spanish now, but back then, güey, eras tan pocho, güey, que no mames, no sabrías que pues, o sea, soy mexicano. No sé, güey. When you get here, it's like you don't even fucking speak Spanish that much. I only spoke Spanish with my parents, so it's like I barely spoke any fucking Spanish. Y pues ahí tratando de entablar una conversación con estos carnales y pues ya después de todo el pedo de que revisaron, todavía tienen la pinche inercia de decirme, estamos aquí para servirte, joven. No más es una revisión. Que no sé qué lo chingan. No, I was like, in my head, I was like, these motherfuckers. Like, first you tell me this and that, and then you gonna tell me that you're here to protect me. Like, nah, bro, I don't play with your bullshit. I was like, yeah, I was just like in my head, like, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. I just looked at him, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. ¿Ya me puedo ir? Sí, sí, sí. Y ya, güey. Salí de donde me metieron un pinche long ass hallway. I get there, I see my aunt. Y ya, pues ya, go to the grandma's house. But yeah, that was my little welcome to the city, to Mexico
La
City.
bienvenida.
Anyway, with the police. Like, bro, literally just fucking landed, bam, go to the room, search this motherfucker. Like, bro, really, bro? Like, why y'all gotta do me like that? Like, like it's fucked up. Pero sí, güey, así estuvo el pedo, estuvo bien cagado.
Sí, güey, pinches policías se pasan de verga, güey. A un amigo de nosotros, güey, estábamos ahí por Reforma y el carnal se salió, güey. He was gonna go to the store buy some cigarettes, some shit, and he only had 500 pesos on him, bro. That's all he had. Like, we're like, no te invitamos, güey, cállate, güey, no hay pedo. And then he's like, hey, you guys want something from the store? I'm gonna go buy some smokes. Nah, bro, we're good. We had just bought some. And he's like, and like right down the street estaba Circle K, I think. So he's like, yeah, ahorita le caigo. Pum. Pues así como salió, güey, le fue caminando, que le cayeron los chotas, güey. Y lo
Revisión.
revisión y lo bailaron por los 500 pesos, güey.
Puta,
Y así
güey.
como, y el güey les dijo, hey, that's all I got, bro, you know? Like, ¿la vas a hacer de pedo? ¿Te llevamos al Torito?
Ay, todavía, tú. No mames,
Y el
hijos
güey,
de
no,
su
está bien,
madre,
güey.
güey.
So ya la
Ah, güey.
mandaron a chingar a su madre, güey. The nigga came back. Todo pinche.
Pues sí, güey, bien
Todo
bajón.
triste, güey. ¿Qué te pasó, güey? Ay, de pinches puercos, güey.
Me
Yeah, he told us.
robaron.
He told us. Like, you want some cigarettes, bro? Man, fuck you. I go buy you some cigarettes, bro.
No mames, güey. Yeah, bro. And the fucked up part is that those motherfuckers feel like they have the authority to fucking steal from you, bro. Like, That's the biggest gang I know. The
Yeah.
police.
Yeah,
Neta.
también en otra situación, güey. Like we had gotten a little side gig. uh, fucking well, basically clearing out an office, taking all the furniture out and shit, you know.
Yeah.
And so we were doing that, and basically like everybody was fucking drinking way while we were fucking taking down the furniture and desarmando todo. So I was sober. So like they would do beer runs and they would bring me monsters, bro. So that
Huevo.
so they're like, hey, what do you want, bro? And I'm like, no, pues I'm a monster. They're like, okay. So not all the monsters were for me, but like I was the only one drinking them, bro, because
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
was drinking beer. So me pasé de verga, güey. I think I drink like nine monsters, güey, or
No
eight monsters, güey.
mames,
Bien pinche,
pinche
bien prendido, güey.
taquicardia, güey, ahí, cabrón.
But everybody was drinking, you know. So ya
Lit.
acabamos and shit, ya laqueamos todo, and, you know. We get in the we get in the homeboys Escalade to take off. Y así como arrancamos, güey, de la nada sale un pinche chota, güey, y nos para, güey. Pues everybody's drinking, bro. So empiezan a escorrer las chelas, güey. But as soon as you open the windows and shit, pues les va a llegar el pinche olor a
Sí, sí,
pinche
sí.
borracho, güey, ¿ya ven?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So los chotas todavía ahí, ¿no? Like tirándole que, pues, que se moche ahí, ¿no?
Sáquenla, sí. La
Pues
de Puebla, póngansela de Puebla.
ajá. Y el homeboy, pues, saca uno de 500, güey. Y el chota le dice, no, carnal, pues hasta yo puedo. Y le saca,
Nah,
y le saca uno de
no
500 también, ¿no? Y
se
ya, pues
maman, güey.
pues le dice, no, le dijo, no, pues mira a todos, tiene que ser algo más, dice, así no se puede. Y pues el hombre diciéndole, no, pues es lo que es, con esto, y dejas a este cuate que maneje, este no viene tomado. A ver, ¿cuál no viene tomando?
No
So
mames.
yo, like I had window, I mean, in the back. So I
Yeah.
rolled down the window and shit, y llega el chota conmigo, a ver, sóplame. No, güey, pues le escupo toda la pinche cara.
No, chingues. No mames. Oh, hell no.
And everybody's just looking at me, fool, and then they're looking at the cop and shit. Ah, no está tomando. So we're still waiting, bro. Y ya, pues, el, el encargado del site, donde habíamos estado sacando todo el furniture and shit, que también se para, güey. Y ese güey, pues, traía palanca, güey. Y, no, súbanse, muchachos, arranquen. Órale, váyanse. Y enseñándole una placa al policía, güey. Y ya el chota nomás viéndonos, güey. Y este güey, you should have taken the 500, bro. Pues ya, güey. No, pinches chotas sí se
No
pasan de
mames,
verga,
pinche
güey.
cachetón con guante blanco y todo,
Sí, güey. No mames, güey.
güey. Should have taken those 5.
Should have taken
A
the 5.
huevo,
You got
güey.
greedy, you fucking bitch.
Sí,
Y ya,
güey.
y pues entonces ya cuando llegases aquí, llegases con tu tía, güey.
Ya,
¿Cuánto tenías que no mirabas a tu familia aquí? En ese
no, sí,
entonces.
sí. Bueno, mi abuelita de repente sí iba a visitarnos, ¿no? Pero mi tía, pues, 18 years, a lot of family, güey, 18 years. No muchos de mis primos, mis primas, mi tía, like, it was pretty much 18 years, güey. O sea, mucha de la familia, ahí donde viven, pues, al lado es familia, a la otra vuelta es familia. So, going back to that place where my parents grew up, because that's where they grew up. And then they have a lot of stories there. Like, and it's ghetto, like, it's ghettos, it's like went from one hood to another hood. And, pues ahí, la neta, pues yo no conocía a nadie, güey, nada más a mis tías. 18 years without seeing them. I remember going to one of my tia that has a local around the block just to say hi, say what's up. It's like, what brought you over here? Like the question, what are you doing over here? You know? And like, it's hard to really just tell them, like, you're not going to go and fucking tell everybody your shit, So it was like I always told them like I came here to study. Like that's always been like my fucking excuse. Cause to family, cause like I mean they not stupid. I mean if they're smart, they know. Plus, like I've always been the black sheep, so it's like always been the fuck up or whatnot. I mean I don't consider myself a fuck up, just the black sheep. But I mean if they know, they have an idea. They kind of figured it out on themselves. But I always told them I came back to study. That was always my fucking to family.
Did you study?
I did actually. I did. That's crazy. That part. So I came back. Honestly, I'm gonna say that the fact that I came back here really changed my life. Like it's a whole 360, bro. Because I went from doing dumb shit, stupid shit, and like I would either you know been dead by now or like you know done life. Like that was my path. That was the path I was taking. And like I'm not proud of it, but I learned a lot from that. But like that's the path I was going, taking. And the fact that I was put over here, like I'm glad that shit happened at the end of the day. Because even though I went through a lot down here, just meeting people, learning to fucking talk English again. I mean Spanish. Empezar a hablar otra vez, güey, español. It was a 360. I did actually come back to study, bro. I came here to college way. That's so crazy. I didn't even think I would ever
That's
do
what's up.
college. And then like in the neighborhood where I live at the moment it was really hot. I didn't know this. I didn't know anybody. So I would go around the neighborhood just to fucking play soccer way. Like en las canchitas, ya sabes que siempre se arman las retas, way.
Simón.
Started meeting people, starting getting to know people
Las
and shit.
minis, las retas del fucho.
Highway. And like all my life I played soccer. I've always played soccer. To this day I still play soccer. But pues llega, yo no conocía a nadie, güey. Like nobody, no, everybody knows each other. It's crazy when I get to that neighborhood. Like I got to that neighborhood, güey, y pues todos en las canchitas se conocen, ¿no? Y recuerdo mucho que pues usaban palabras, no cámara, y que esto y el otro. Y I'm like, cámara. Ain't no fucking camera here, bro. What the fuck are you saying? No, in my head, like, what the fuck does that mean? Eventualmente I got, the fucking hang of it, like what the fuck it meant. Y pues todos los modismos, todos del barrio y todo. And I started, talking to people because they saw that I was actually good at soccer. Like, they're like, oh, jálate este güey para el partido, lo que sea, ¿no? Started hanging out with people. And they started to get to know me. Aparte, pues my parents grew up there. So they have a lot of respect for my dad and my uncle because they was wild. They was crazy. From the stories tell, they was crazy. So they have respect for the family. And like at the
Yeah.
end of the day, whenever they say, "Oh, pues ese es el hijo de tal," and I'll be like, "Ah, okay, okay, like you cool, like we know your family, you cool." Y así, güey, así empezó en el barrio, juntándome y pues así que conociendo a la banda. I went to school, met a lot of people at school. I studied tourism, never did shit with that. But pues sí me costó un huevo, güey, because I came back, still dressing like
Like over there.
gangster, yeah, bro. And like I had my fucking ya sabes big ass fucking jerseys or just big ass jackets way. And everybody over here at the schools, they were preppy as a motherfucker. Like what I mean, I
Yeah.
wasn't preppy. Like I just had gone through a lot of shit and like go to school and like I didn't even really want to talk to people, bro. I was like very like I didn't trust nobody. I would walk through the streets and be like, I don't fucking trust nobody. Like hell no. It took a lot for me to like adapt to that mentality that
Pero tú vestido
it's
así,
okay.
güey, tú espantabas más a la gente, güey.
No, no, no cap. That's very fucking true, güey. Y sabes qué es lo más cagado, güey? Que like I would go like around the hood, I would go like to little bars por ahí, güey. Y siempre me encontraba pues a los cholos, güey, de los barrios, ¿no? Porque acá también hay cholos, güey, de barrios. No, and they would always come up to me and be like, "So where you from?" But like, what you mean? I'm from like, specify, you know, this and that. Y ya después, güey, como que pues they just paid respect, bro. You give respect, you get respect. There was never any type of like bullshit ever happened around in the neighborhood. I never had any encounters with anybody like bad because you give respect, you get respect. and then a lot of people that I ended up like meeting throughout like time, everybody knew each other at some point, you know. So it was like, oh, okay, you know this guy, yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, okay, this that's a homie or this and that, yeah, see, no. But it's in school, it was weird because like I was the outcast, bro. I was really fucking the outcast of that bitch because I was like el güey que no habla bien español, el que se viste raro, ¿no? El que cuando presentaba, güey, I would go present and like I would fucking not even know what kind of words to say, like translate. You know what I mean? Like it was just fucking weird, bro. It took a lot for me to fucking mucha carrilla, güey, porque aquí somos bien carrilla, güey, al chile, somos
Es que
carrilla, güey. Entonces, si no,
el café es cargado, carnal.
sí, güey, y si no te la sabes, güey, te agarran de bajada, güey. Pues, güey, pinche pocho, güey, que no saben ni vergas de toda la carrilla, güey. They wouldn't pick on me because they knew not to fuck with me. But it was like jokes, we would always joke with each other, this and that. But they knew not to fuck with me. Like, they respected me to a point where they wouldn't like try to do some dumb shit. Cause I would let them know, like, you better sit your ass down before I, knock you out, motherfucker. I don't give a fuck if you taller than me. I give a shit. Like, if it's gonna go down, it's gonna go down. You might hit me a few times, but you're not going clean. So like, ya después hice muchos amigos, güey. It was crazy. I learned, thanks to that shit, I learned like how to speak better. Pero sí me costó huevo y medio, güey. Un
Nah,
chingo.
yo creo que yo no le batallé tanto, güey, porque pues yo desde hubo un tiempo donde sí, güey, yo casi ya ni hablaba el español, güey. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't, my mom didn't enforce it on me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it was English and she understood and she was like, oh, okay, whatever, you know? So like it wasn't enforced. And then like my 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 uh my grandma from my mom's side went to the States and I couldn't really talk to her, bro. Like
So it
me
was like
trababa un
you
chingo,
gotta
you know?
start going with the
So then
Spanish,
like
no?
I had to like improve my Spanish way. So I started watching novelas again. I started listening to all like the Spanish music and shit, you know? So like by the time I was in high school, um I had gotten into this one like advanced study group, and I went to this one high school that was predominantly Chicano and Hispanic and shit, you know,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
compared to like living in the black neighborhood where I was living, it's just niggas everywhere, bro. You know what I mean?
Sí, güey. Yeah, yeah.
So of course, my Spanish improved by leaps and bounds. So when I got here and shit,
It wasn't so
um,
bad.
it wasn't so bad. But I did struggle because like I would hear my cousins que la banda, que cámara, que
Sí,
va va
güey.
va, bro. I almost beat this nigga up, fool, because he was going like this to me, you know, like
De que gracias, ¿no? Is that one? That one? De
yeah.
gracias?
So I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah. Bitch, what you doing? What's that mean?
at first, like I didn't know, you know what I mean, like I didn't know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and then I kept asking my cousin, bro, and I was like, hey, bro, I was like, hey, primo, un chingo de güeyes, güey, que me hacen así, güey, que la verga, ¿qué pedo? And yo, this grimy motherfucker, bro,
He
instead of
told
telling
you some
me,
shit,
no,
no?
no, instead of telling me, this motherfucker's like, te vas a enterar al rato.
Sí.
So he just
No
left it like that,
mames.
bro. So like in the back of my mind, I was just like, man. And bro, and I look the way I look, you know what I mean? So like right away, there's a bunch of people that stay away, you know? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
so one day, like I snapped, bro. I snapped on this motherfucker, bro, and que güey, que la verga, que this, like, no, no, nada, 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 nada. So boom, like see, and that where was it at fucking, I think it was at Teletech way. I was chilling with the homegirl, and I'm like, hey, um, what does this mean? And I told her, I was like, what is it? The
Sí,
fuck does
güey.
this mean? I was like, what the fuck does this mean? And like she's like, what? What does what mean? She's like, this cuando te hacen así, the fuck does that shit mean? She's like, thank you. I was like, what?
No
She's like,
mames.
she's like, that means thank you. But how the fuck does that mean thank you? She said, no, pues así le hacen, es costumbre. She said,
Sí, sí, sí.
I said, the fuck? Fucking Mexicans, bro.
Sí, güey. A lot of shit though, like sí hay muchas cosas, güey, que you end up adapting to, bro, because you have to. Like it's just culture here, güey. Es cultura aquí, güey. Pues hay que ser parte de, porque pues al
Yeah.
final pues somos mexicanos, güey. O sea, donde quiera vamos a estar, vamos a ser mexicanos. Entonces
Como
sí,
es,
güey.
la de, va, va, va. Va, va que va.
Sí, güey.
Las putas va que va, mijo.
Eh,
Yeah,
baba de perro. Baba de perro. Sí, güey. No, a mí también los saludos, güey. Because here, I was always used to like, like, give the shoulder. Y aquí es al revés, al otro lado, the other shoulder. And everybody, every time I say what's up to him, I would, hit the right shoulder, I guess. And they were like, the fuck is wrong? Where's this guy's from, bro? Like, que no sabes, güey. Like, little things, little shit, you know what I mean? Like, it's just a lot of things that you end up adapting to el vocabulario, güey. Una palabra
sí,
puede
güey.
ser un chingo de
O
cosas.
de eso, también los saludos de beso, güey.
Ah, sí, güey.
Cuando me llevaron en el rancho, güey, like, my tíos, güey, mi tía, más que nada, que me llevó presentando así con like, los parientes and shit.
With
And
everybody.
I remember, en esos días, there was like a big ass fucking party right there, bro. Con el compadre de mi tío.
Yeah,
Um, and his house is like right down the street from us, you know what I mean?
yeah.
So it was a shitload of fucking people, bro. A shitload of fucking people. My tía me va presentando con todos, güey. And I just remember like all these people just looking up at me, bro. Like,
Oh, yeah, because you tell us, motherfucker.
yeah. So all these little short fucking people, bro, just and then
¿Dónde lo
saying
sacaron?
what's up, and she's like, hey, she said, todos, todos in some way or another son parientes. They're all related. I was like, to you or to me? She's like, to all of us. She said, they're
Sí,
like
güey.
they're like parientes in some way or another, you know? She's like, so yeah, so she's like, she's like, a las mujeres va saludando, si las conoces y las va saludando de beso, es costumbre. And I'm like, all right. So that wasn't so awkward, it was just like something you just got to get used to because no es
Sí,
común,
güey.
Boom,
Yeah,
boom, boom,
nah.
boom. And then she's like, mira, she's like, aquí en el rancho la familia es conocida. And I'm like, no, sí. She's like, so basically she was telling me like, you keep your fucking dick in your pants.
Yeah,
You
bro.
you go fucking around here, we gonna marry
Better
you.
not wanna fuck around because you're
Yeah,
gonna
yeah,
get married, güey.
we gonna
Sí,
marry
güey.
you off. The family's respected here. I'm like, she's like, you want to fuck around? You go downtown, or
You
you
go
go to
and handle
Mexico
your business
City.
over there.
And then pues me fui a Mexico City.
Well, I'm gonna go dig around, bro. Mexico City's the shit, bro.
Y ya de
Honestly,
ahí
like,
¿estabas estudiando nomás? ¿Y estabas trabajando o solo estudiando? ¿Qué pedo?
pues, estudié, güey, estaba estudiando. When I got out, like, I was doing a lot of exercise because, I started boxing over here. Started boxing, then I started going to school, and then I started, out of nowhere, I was walking through this one spot, and then I saw this job opportunity to be an English teacher at this one private school. I was like, okay, like, what the fuck do I need to be an English teacher? So I walk in. It's like, what's up? Like, what do you need to be an English teacher? I was like, well, gotta take this test, and a verbal test too. I'm like, that's it. Like, you don't need nothing else because I didn't have like at that moment, like, I had my
Oh,
GED.
they weren't asking for the actual certification.
No way, nada. I was like, okay. So I go in, take the test, like that same day. I take the test, and then they're like, okay, you did really good. Like they didn't know, they didn't know, like, and then they walk in with the administrator. It's like, okay, well, I'm gonna give you a test. I'm like, sure. And when she started hearing, like, she looked at me like, what? And then she saw that I spoke really good English, so she was like, right away, she's like, you're hired. And I was like, maybe like 20, because again, I got here when I was 18. I had literally just turned 18. I got here, I was still 18. No, no, yeah, I was about to turn 19. Like, I turned 18 like before December. So right when I turned 18, I I got fucked, and then I came to Mexico like around August because remember I spent September. Mi primer 15 de septiembre acá. Well, the point is that I got that job, and then I started going to these fucking to this what's it called, like where they prepare you to be a teacher. Let me tell you a quick
Okay.
story about
Yeah.
this though. So I would have to go dressed nice, right? I would have to go
Yeah,
like
you
in
have
a
to go
suit,
presentable.
right? So why am I getting messages? My sister here, bro. Hold on. So I started getting bro, I used to take the bus to where I have to, bro. And that shit would pass through the ghetto. At that moment I was bald, I was bald in a suit. And yeah, bro, they got on these dudes got up in the bus, bro, and they robbed the bus, bro. But they didn't rob me. That was crazy. Like, so they get on, one of them sits in the front. I don't even want to
And
snitch.
the one
I'm
in the
not.
back.
Yeah, one in the back, but one in the back sat next to me, bro. I was sleeping though, cause this shit was like at fucking 5, 6 in the morning where I would take the bus, cause I gotta be there at 7, traffic, all that bullshit. That's how it's. So I'm over here chilling, bro, passing out. You know what I mean? Like, I see these motherfuckers. I'm like, all right, cool. Motherfucker sit next to me. I just look at him. All right, I bet. So yeah, me little bag where I would have my lunch because it was a whole day thing, in a suit and bald, right? So de repente nada más escucho, ya valió verga. Saque todo lo que trae, celulares, carteras, pam, pam, pam. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, damn, it's happening. En el de enfrente, pues empieza a caminar hacia atrás.
Yeah.
Y el de atrás, creo que donde estaba. No, no es cierto. El de enfrente se quedó enfrente y el de que estaba hasta atrás se fue para enfrente y empezó a agarrar todo, ¿no? Y
La
pues, bro,
colecta.
ya, bro, yo de repente I grabbed my phone, lo metí entre, ¿cómo se llama esta? Donde están pues, the seats, ¿no? Ahí en los
Uh,
asientos, like, right, I just hit that shit. I was like, cheap ass phone too, like, but hey, bro, I need a fucking phone.
yeah.
Y pues ya, güey, de repente he comes up to me, he looks at me, he's like, I gave him 10 pesos, güey. I gave him 10 pesos, güey. He looked at me, he's like, all right. And he sat down next to me, bro. He saw that I had like my mochila, güey. Like, he didn't ask me for no more money. Y agarra el güey de enfrente y se le queda el de enfrente de mí, se le queda viendo. ¿Tú qué me ves, cabrón? O sea, a Chile me gusta tu gorra. Y pam, que le agarra su gorra y se la pone, güey. I'm like, damn, in my head, I'm like thinking, like, how come this motherfucker didn't really just tell me like 10 pesos, way? Like, I know you got more, you this and that, but like, I don't know, maybe because you could
Perro no
tell
come
what's
perro, güey.
exacto, way. Entonces he knew, like, barrio es barrio, way. Entonces, like, he somehow knew. So I was like, okay, like, in my head, I've never been robbed and shit like that. Like, that's not, I think that's the only first encounter I've ever had. If I want to think, I've been
No, pues
robbed by the cops more.
pues ya ves que esos güeyes también trabajan con los de los dulces, güey.
Ah, sí,
A mí
güey.
a mí la que me pasó, güey, que se subió el güey de los bubulubus, güey. De los
Sí,
bubulubus.
el que
Y ya ves que los reparten, güey, te los dan a la fuerza, güey. Pum, 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 pum. Y el güey empieza con su pinche.
historia.
Disculpen por la molestia y espero que no se molesten y que la chingada.
Prefiero hacer esto que asaltar.
Ah, ándale.
Sí.
Y ya, cuenta su. And I had the headphones on, bro. So but I'm holding this fucking candy, bro. And like honestly, like me, I was debating whether I was gonna buy the fucking candy or give it back to him, because I was like, damn, some candy left.
Okay.
Probably gonna buy this shit.
Bubulubu.
So yeah, güey. El güey se echa la primera vuelta, güey. Pum, 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 colecciona, güey. Pum, pum, pum. Y así, güey. Y el güey todavía platicando así, and he's not picking them up for me. So I'm just like, the whole fucking time, I'm just like this, bro. Pero like, el güey cuando se subió, se había subido otro güey con él.
Ajá.
Y ese güey se había sentado, like I was like towards the back, but that nigga sat in the back. So yo nomás, like sí eché de ver que el güey le echaba un chingo de vistazos al güey de atrás. Y así, pero ya. Y el güey echó la última vuelta, se disculpó y así que se despidió. The nigga got off. Y así como se bajó el güey, se subió otro güey. Y también ese güey, like, se subió. It was like, when you catch it, que like, you just see something and el güey se subió and like he like instinctively he looked to the like straight to the back.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it was one of those things that cuando te subes
You
al camión
know,
y echas el vistazo así, ves por los
buscas.
asientos.
Sí,
No,
sí,
ese
sí.
way like he didn't even do that. He looked straight back. You know what I mean? Like to
Like
me,
he knew.
it just
See,
caught my
way, it just makes
attention.
sense.
Yeah, like to me, it just like what the fuck. And I look back, and it was the same dude, you know. So the nigga got off. I still had the boobaloo in my hand and shit. Stick them on my backpack and shit. And I was like, no, I got candy now. So I'm minding my business, you know, like
Yeah,
whatever, you know. Like I don't know, like maybe like que sería como unas 3 cuadras. Ya valió madre, que la verga, ya valió verga.
yeah. Ya valió verga.
You know, saquen todo, que la chingada, que eso y que el otro. And I'm just, fuck, damn. You know, and I had my phone, and I had my backpack too and shit. I had my headphones and shit. I'm like, fuck, man. ¿Dónde tiro mi teléfono, la verga? You know, trying to think like, you know, where do I hide it and shit? There's an old man, and también saca su carterita, güey, su cacahuate, güey.
No
And the
mames.
old man just sitting there, fool, and I see everybody, you know, sacando sus cosas and shit. And I see this nigga, you know, just walking back and forth, waving the pistol and shit. And I'm like, oh, shit. And the nigga in the back, nomás se para, güey, and the nigga's just like this, pero
Y
nomás
viendo todo el
echando
pedo,
el
ajá.
vistazo, you know? And I just see the nigga collecting, fool, y a como a dos güeyes les da sus pinches zapes, güey, pa, órale. And I was just like,
Culero.
damn, man. Fuck. So I'm just like, como no queriendo, pero queriendo, güey.
Sí, sí,
Like,
sí.
well, here, take it, fool, you know what I mean? Like, y no,
You
güey,
got a
pasa,
gun,
güey,
man.
le quita las cosas al don, güey, y se va, güey, and I'm still holding my shit.
No
So I'm just like,
mames.
pasa, güey. Así, güey, I'm just waiting for it, you know, like, this nigga just
Yeah,
nomás
yeah, yeah.
he's just jumping around, you know? Ahorita, he's gonna snatch it right now.
Y no, güey.
Colecciona, güey, pum, 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 y una de esas, güey, ya ves que muchas veces la backdoor stays open,
Yeah.
no sé de esas así, que para, chum. The bus driver slowed down, and them niggas jumped out, fool, and booked it, fool.
No
So I'm right there with the
mames.
shit in my hand, and the old man's like, look, like, that's
Looking at you
looking,
like,
yeah. And then
yeah.
I just see everybody, fool, boom, 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 and he's
Started
just,
looking at you, huh?
yeah, and I'm like,
Sí, güey. ¿Sabes cuál es lo
oh,
culero de eso? Because
que
they,
piensan que vas con ellos, güey.
ajá, güey. They be like, but it's not even that, bro. It's just the fact that, como te digo, pues, como dijiste, güey. Pero no come perro, güey.
Pues en
El
eso,
barrio
güey,
conoce a barrio, güey.
el güey arrancó, güey. El bus driver, like, así arrancó, güey. And I just seen everybody just looking at me, bro. And I'm like, nah, ahorita estos güeyes me van a partir la madre,
Sí,
güey.
güey. Sí,
No, pues que
sí, güey.
también me bajo, güey, en putiza, güey.
Chinga su madre, güey. No mames. Sí, güey. Because they be thinking that shit that you, like, también eres parte de, güey. Pues no, güey. O sea, you know, it's just like you said. O sea, el barrio conoce a barrio, güey. La neta.
Yeah, güey.
That's some trippy shit. That's some trippy shit. Okay.
Yeah, that's
That's
shit.
a real shit, though. It really does happen, way. Like, I've been in places where, you know, like, it's dangerous or it's ghetto, it's like whatever, but, you know, it doesn't ever come to an encounter where, you know, it's violent because there's no need for it, you know?
Yeah, like I've seen that, like, it very, very rarely, well, for us, like, you know, people like us, like, it can, like, very rarely get
To that point.
to that point,
Al menos que
because uno anda de cagapalo.
ajá, güey, uno ande de verguero, pa'
Sí,
verguero hay
güey.
verguero y medio, la neta.
Sí, como cuando trabajaba en el Teletech también, me acuerdo que uno de los supervisors, güey, que ese güey también se la llevaba de bien salsas, güey. Ahí en el, ¿cómo se llama esta madre? One of the rooftop bars.
Ya, ya, ya. La
La
terraza.
terraza, una de las terrazas, güey. El güey andaba ahí, güey, tirando fiesta, güey. Y andaba de bravo, güey. No, güey, pues te lo
Lo
brincaron,
bajaron de
güey.
su avión, güey, sí, güey. Es que
Sí,
cuando
güey,
creas o no, aquí la
y
banda, mira, la banda respeta, la banda es chida, güey. pero también es verguera, way. Like you fuck around with the wrong fucking people, bro. You gonna learn the fucking wrong way. I haven't. It's not like I've seen, but I've like motherfuckers will get fucked up, way. Así, way. La banda, pues la banda es pesada, way. La neta, México es. Somos chingones, güey, pero también, pues, también somos culeros, ¿no? A veces. La
Sí,
neta.
es lo. Yo like cualquier cosa que pasa aquí, like the family hits me up or friends hit me up and they're like, "Hey, you alright?" We sitting there, no, yeah, yeah, whatever. But I tell people like, cuando pasan así muchas cosas, I tell them I was like, eso te pasa también cuando la andas buscando,
Sí, güey.
like
Cuando pues, te
shit,
metes donde no debes.
yeah, like random shit doesn't happen like that.
Yeah,
Like I mean, it can, but it's very,
but it's
very
very
unlikely.
rare, bro. It's
Yeah,
unlikely. Like, 1 out of 10. 1 out of 10.
yeah,
One.
like when I had barely gone allá al Toluca, güey, andando con mi primo y mi compadre, we got shot at.
No mames. What the
And it,
fuck?
and it was and it was my uncle's homeboy, bro.
God
We, were- we,
damn.
we were driving by his crib, ahí en el rancho, güey. Y ese güey andaba bien pinche entradón, güey, en pedo. Y salió y cueteó el carro, güey.
Fuck. No mames.
Yeah, fool. Like
Bien,
al
man.
siguiente, al siguiente día, güey.
And it
We
was
were,
just
we were at the house. We were telling my tío, güey.
he's like,
Y
oh,
ese güey llegó a la casa, güey, a pedir disculpas, güey. Y le dijo a mi tío, like, hey,
ya
cuénteselo
estaba
a mis,
bien
a mis
pedo, ¿no?
hijos, Sí,
Sí,
no,
güey.
no, disculpa, no dicen nada. Y fue cuando me lo presentó, like, officially,
This is this.
Ese canal le dicen el loco. Ah, ahora ya sé.
No, pues sí está bien loco, güey. Haciendo la banda. No mames.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. But yeah,
Yeah.
bro, like
So, like, back on topic. So the teaching job, that was your first job here?
that. Yeah, that actually was my first job, bro. I
¿Y
fucking
cuánto
love that
duraste?
job. I fucking love that job, bro. I'm just gonna throw it out this. I was like 20, 22, and like, young. I was going to the gym. I was boxing, and I would teach people from ages from like 18 to like 35. No,
Yeah.
Eh, all kinds of people. Este, men, women, students. They were all really good students. And I had a lot of I made a lot of good friends there, bro. I had a few girlfriends there. Like I eventually like they told me to fucking stop fucking around with my students because you know it's your students. But it was fun. Like I had a lot of good times there. I learned a lot from that shit too. It was my first job. Was yeah, and then after that, after I finished school, um, I moved out. I moved out of my grandparents. My parents eventually came down here with. Like they came down here because of me. Like they took my sister was really mad about that. Because she's American, so she goes and comes back whenever she wants. But at that moment, she was really upset because
They moved back
she,
down?
she would blame, yeah, she would blame me. She's like, it's your fault that we fucking down here, you fucking asshole, this and that. And like, I love my sister, bro. Like me and her, just she's a crazy ass. She's crazier, but she she would tell me a lot, like it's your fucking fault, and like
Because she was
she
she was what? She was your age or she
she
was
she
younger?
was she's 6 years younger than me, so she was like 16.
Ah,
She
pues
was she was
en
going through
plena,
an age way. She was going
en
through
la, en
that
la plena.
age, and she had just left everything from in the states, and like here she started meeting new people. Way she ended up liking it. Way like she lives here now. She's not. She says she hates the states. Like she's never coming back, and she's fucking American. So like a lot of that, it was really like hard for my parents, for my sister, for me to really adapt to everything. We lived together for a few years. Then they moved to a different state to do their thing. My sister moved to a different state too. She also went back to the states for a few years. Then came back, and then in that time I decided to move out. Like I decided to get out of my house. Like after I finished school, I took a couple courses for like um para meseriar, way, like cocteleria. I learned how to make drinks. I went to a lot of like dope. I worked at this one restaurant, was really dope. That like I had badass parties there. Like mi capitan, way, era la chingoneria, way. That he became a friend. We would get drunk all the time. Like it was just really fun. Like I really, even though like it was a lot of things that I went through. Like it was fun, and I was living by myself in the city. Vivía allá por Santa María la Ribera, Santa María la Ratera, para ser más exactos. It's just ghetto right there, bro. But it was fun. Like living there, I was by myself. Like I didn't really have a lot of friends in the city, and I was working at T Tech.